So right now I was only able to get off to two pornography sites. There was one that was like Florida, which was like a house party of like bottoms that like blacks and Latinos got to go to. And then like a Bear Alliance from like Minnesota and like a bottom from like I guess like the Panhandle, like Kentucky, like those areas. I guess someone's feeling this scared. Um And I think it's because I think the wind, I really think the wind is caused by like different satellites. Yeah, like we can create like different types of weather patterns using satellites. And it's not just Hubble. And if it's Florida and them, that's why Florida gets so much sex traffic work. Because they put up that's where all the fucking rockets blast off into. And that's why Japan, that's why Asia will say like, I heard that sound, so I'm just warning you, like I heard that sound, they might be putting another one up there. And it could also be an Asian secret that they're having, or not that they're having, but like, you know what I mean? That's the thing. If every time you go over there, and eventually I'll be like, and now you don't care. We stole your humanity. Sorry. You don't care because it's not happening. When you care, it's because it's happening. I will make a baby with you, I promise. If you come here and say like, hey, you remember me? You have to say, hey, aren't you that woman? Not really. Do you want to make a baby with me? Do you want to make a baby with me? Yeah. So this is blinking is something, but we're not going to tell them. You guys all seen that, right? It doesn't matter because of a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter because of a lot of stuff, but like it doesn't matter. So some people go, this is how much you matter. This is how much everyone matters in some context. You guys are having a fucking long distance relationship. Oh, she's totally worthy. I get it. I get it. I get it. That's why they want you to go to Poway. They were like, why didn't a cop arrest him? Because there's no one fucking there. I had you stop masturbating in New York because it was right across the street from a house. That's the murder fucking house. It's the house where people disappear. People over there grew up seeing people disappear in that area and being like, what happens? And then eventually, like when they were 6 or 7, it was because they were too ugly. Is something you should never say to someone ever. If they're given space around you, if that's the thing, if they're given space around you, we shouldn't give them space around you. That's the thing. Right now, we're going. I'm gonna give them all the space around you, and I'm gonna make you like retarded in their presence. Or, no, you'll probably be like, was that before or after? It was after. That's why it's like, let him do it again. Do it again before Trump. Drive over there. If you lose your job, do it again. Do you feel confident enough to do it again? I do feel confident enough to do it again. We're trying to prove to these assholes that they can't keep their information because their information is fueling their problems. And that's what makes her shit so bad. When she can't censor the men that she's like, you know what, I should be in your space. Like, I should. That's the thing. No, you shouldn't be in my space. What happens when no one should be in your space? Then the context that we create for him is a product of, we could have, you and Dan could have had a relationship and been like, but everyone was having trouble getting off, I guess, because how many Brazilians did we import for that? So her thing is 0, 0, 0, done. Like, we didn't take any New Mexicans. We imported New Mexicans to bother you. Because apparently her problem was like, it's immigration. I see this and there's nothing going on. What you see on camera can be totally different than what's live. And if I'm only watching you, that's because nothing will happen to me. So they have to suffer a bit. That's the thing. Like, they have to suffer a bit because they were the ones thinking that it was the problem. The real problem was just their men's behavior and what their men are capable of. He's a ninja. I trust him being a ninja. That's the thing. We kept you alive. Hello? That's why we kept you alive. To prove that. To prove that, like, shit. Like, we want you to start thinking the world is that magical. Like, fuck. And guys, that's the thing. I guess it's what I was having an idea that, like, I thought an idea was like, that's why they just need to monitor their own spaces. That's not their space. You need something, these people will figure out whether you get it or not, and they really don't need anything. Lesbians like you, but they don't like that you jack off. And jacking off is like the only thing that we need to monitor or something, which is a total lie. It's just like, I guess someone's brain scan is interlocked with mine or something. That's why they could have gotten you off. They could have made you like that. You didn't like it, right? It was like, Hopefully they'll stop fighting, but they don't fight anymore. Stop fighting, I guess, was the code word for, like, stop fighting this. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, no, ooh, like, stop fighting was sometimes a code word for, like, just give in to my... Blacks have you fucking wrapped around your finger. That's why you only get fed by them. Like, a few of them have to get fed before you get fed. Like, sexually. And you understand, right? Like, there's some that are more powerful than others. And then we're on the intimidation. We're on the intimidation versus cooperation. And intimidation versus cooperation is like, yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of new black people and white people and, like, of all colors that are gonna be like, what if you see that as an adult when you're dying on the street? Like, that's what it is. Perfect. But yeah, they're not gonna get that. They're not gonna get that. They have no reason to be here. If that's what they think, they have no reason to be here. When they send those people over, we got you. Right? Yes. Because they're mine and I want to make sure that they don't do anything. Am I a lesbian enough for you? I don't know, 3 years in a fucking sexless marriage? That's perfect. Wonderful. Fucking give everyone that list. Why didn't you want to have sex with him? Because I was just, that's the thing, they just never arouse you. What if they never arouse you but to calm? As long as there's a black grandma that's like, you know what, I have a daughter and he said he's down. Like, let's get that together, because apparently all you guys are doing is masturbating and fucking taking care of your kids and blah 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 and like lots of other shit, but it's like, not really. That's when the kids go like, oh, it doesn't affect you, it's just like, I affected gay behavior, but like, you just affect human behavior. That's how high you are. Like, those are the levels. Some of those people will treat you like shit, though. They'll be like, no, there's just a standard. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe they'll treat me like shit. I don't know.